Most women going through trauma, their experience don't look nothing like Cassie's. Hey y'all, I'm back again. Thanks for joining me. Now, there's a lot of talk about how they brought Diddy to his knees, brought him down, and Diddy really did get brought down. But more so, the conversation has been about witnesses being more afraid than ever about coming forth based on Diddy's verdict. I don't feel for 1 minute that Cassie's experience parallels with women's struggles with abuse. At the same time, why does someone do things that disgust them? The fact that he would even try to kiss her, even show interest, it disgusts her. It reminds me of that show, Fear Factor. People eating ants and doing things that scare the crap out of them for money, for a cash prize.
To the world where your greatest fears become reality.
Welcome to Fear Factor.
I think I could do this.
If a contestant is too afraid to complete a stunt, they're eliminated.
Girls, do not try this at home. It's like, how you go from Ryan Leslie one day to some months later, you're in a full-blown hotel night, let's call it, a swinger party. That ain't no slow wind. Maybe it's good to have the conversation about stuff that goes on. Maybe it can help some young girls. I could find you some girls, if you ask them something like that, they would have broken into hysterics. What do you want me to what? You'd have to take them to a hospital. I don't even think throwing cold water on them would help. But even after the first encounter, there's not enough pharmaceuticals to have me doing something like that. A real lightweight girl, nah, none of it would have flown. The nervous reaction that would have broke out from a girl that's not about that, the crying and going into hysterics, you could never snap him out of it. And she was not working for Diddy. He was not her boss. She was working for and with Ryan Leslie. You know how women turn out in these stories with him for 11 years without a hospitalization. She's lucky it didn't escalate to that point. He would not have been holding a towel. In disclaimer, I am for all victims, male, female, animals, it doesn't matter. So maybe you want to say witnesses, victims of a crime don't want to come forth. Y'all tell me. Whose testimony did you find credible? Who did you find the most credible? Who do you think deserves compensation? Because they all have civil suits. They've made life really uncomfortable for Diddy. When did she fall in love with Diddy? When did she fall out of love with Ryan Leslie and fall in love with Diddy? And Ryan would have taken Cassie back. He was completely heartbroken. He talks about it. All his songs were about heartbreak. He's too much of a nice guy. But he moved on. Ryan Leslie didn't. He was like, no. Like Kid Cudi said, this could be dangerous. Ryan Leslie didn't want no part of that. And I think it was clear for him. It's like, baby girl. Oh, it's like that? Ooh, all right, I'm good. Cassie walks red carpets. She's with an entertainment mogul. She's getting expensive gifts. She's flying around the world. She's going to parties. She's dressing in designer wear. She has a separate home to her partner. He lives here. She lives there. She's in a situation where she could walk away any minute if she could walk away from the money. She doesn't have kids with him. I don't even think they have a dog together. In disclaimer, I am for all victims. It is also kind of amazing that Cassie was writing a book with all the salacious details that would embarrass Diddy. The fact that Cassie was writing a book was all in her original complaint. And then she presents this to Diddy as like, hey, I want to be compensated for this. Let me let you take a look at this book. And he didn't agree. Diddy proposing to her, I'll give you a certain amount and you have to sign an NDA. And Cassie refused. And this was what her lawyer says was so admirable about her. But after Diddy came with another figure, he upped that a little bit, then Cassie withdrew her complaint. So this was all supposed to be done behind closed doors, quiet, hush, hush, pay me off, hush money. This wasn't for the public. It wasn't for victims. It was not for the world. Even this book, it was like, I won't put it out if you pay me. So was that really about the victims? She could have said, no, I'm not taking the money. I'm slugging it out with you in court, and I'm gonna file a civil suit after those proceedings are done with. Nope. Cassie, according to her, she never wanted to be on the stand. It's like, I got my money, so leave it alone. If it wasn't for all these other people that came forward and made their civil claims in the state making a case against Diddy, there would never be a reason for Cassie to be on the stand. Or would there be? So when you compare women that fall victim to a brutal partner, it looks way different than Cassie's. And disclaimer, I'm against all bullies. I am definitely for any male or female that is being mishandled because they find themselves in a vulnerable position, or they're just physically unable to protect themselves, or they have children. These are horrible situations to be in. And we've seen plenty of documentaries, plenty of stories of people sharing, even on social media, what they've gone through. And Cassie is a big public figure, if not only just for the years that she spent with Diddy. And yeah, that stuff didn't look cool at all, what happened at Hotel Interconti. And Cassie's attorney has a lot to say about Diddy's attorneys, about how Agnifilo in particular said that Cassie is winning because she walked away with this $30 million. But you have to call a spade a spade. Cassie came out of this victorious. She came in for a fight. And if you're going to say that someone won, you would have to say that Cassie won. I mean, isn't that why you're there, to win a case? And this whole case that the state put on was about Cassie, about Cassie's victimization. The jurors didn't even really look at anyone else as really as victims. And Cassie said it out of her own mouth. I mean, she came to New York to win. And Cassie was not making money, even though it came out in testimony. Cassie testified that she already had money. We have two conflicting stories, and both stories are coming from Cassie's own mouth. You could say, I admire her. Wow, she's bold for coming forward. It is bold to get on the stand and talk about things like that. It has to be traumatizing to be on the stand while you're pregnant. And it was terrible what Diddy did, absolutely terrible what Diddy did in that Hotel Interconti. Even with Cassie, the 2011, you have to think about that 2011 incident with Diddy and Cassie when Diddy found out about Cassie dating Kid Cudi. Now, Diddy put his hands on her in some kind of way. Capricorn Clark describes it as Diddy kicked her all the way out to he just kicked her repeatedly, I guess. And after all of that, Cassie goes to visit her family with Kid Cudi. And if I see my daughter with marks on her from some dude, I'll be like, first of all, why are you bringing another dude home? If it's dangerous and he is saying, you better give me this money or else I'm gonna put out this embarrassing tape. You got all this going on. I'm gonna put out this embarrassing tape. I put my hands on your daughter. Plus she's bringing the new guy home. As a mother, you'd be like, wait, hold time. Father, the parents, time out, Cassie, time out. And now you're gonna wrap up the holidays and say, okay, bye, Mom. Wouldn't any mother be nervous as, no. You come back here. No, it may be time for you to come on home. Nope, she goes right back out there and then winds up dating Diddy for another 7 years. Go home to your parents. Take her keys. No, you sit down. Now, what are you going to lose? What are you going to lose? You have employees waiting for you. You got kids over there. No, you don't. And Cassie's mother took pictures of Cassie's injuries. For what? You didn't report it to the police. What are you taking pictures for? In case her life is extinguished? What is it for? As a mother? As a daughter? as a sister, as an aunt, let me just take these pictures of you. Even sometimes when you go to the authorities, they're there just to make an account of the event. That's what I'm saying. Girls, do not try this at home. The law doesn't, in police, they don't really protect you. They can come break something up. They can come and maybe stop something from escalating all the way, but you have to take care of yourself. And I always felt like, when I saw Diddy with Cassie, I'm just like, leave that girl alone. Like, and how can a mother not see that? And then you make choices and then you tolerate it. And I'm for sure not a follower of Diddy or Cassie. I've seen their work. Never thought they looked right together from the first time I saw them together. It's like, this looks no kind of right. I don't even see how her makeup artist could tell her, oh yeah, Diddy's interested. Even Ryan Leslie was too old for her, but at least Ryan Leslie was a gentleman. You can find Ryan Leslie anywhere. He is such a gentleman. So if your girl's gonna be with an older dude, they should at least be a gentleman. But Cassie didn't have no problem with these old dudes. I would never want to be with no dude. You would be looking dusty. You would look dusty to me when I'm a kid. But people have these gaps, age gaps. It works out sometimes. This was so strategic from Cassie and her lawyer. They've made life really uncomfortable for Diddy. This verdict of Diddy's and the fact that he was not released on bond, he has not gotten away from this. The man, no matter what, he has spent time behind bars. He has been embarrassed. I just appreciate you for stopping by. Until I see you the next time, please look out for the young. We have to look out for the young tenders in the family. Always let them know. Don't be getting disrespected out here. Don't go for that. It is not cute. 15, 16, 17. I would know. Oh no. Peace, y'all.